Hi guys, today is the second session of my art meetups which I am calling Strokes and Stories, and today we are going to learn mandala. So my concept is sort of art picnics where we meet outside among the nature, and then we learn a new artwork, a new art form every time. Last time we learned MDF painting, and this session we are going to learn mandala. So it is going to be a very beginners friendly session, and I'm trying to keep these batches very small so that it's really convenient for me and I'm able to give equal attention to each and every participant, and that it becomes useful and a very good learning opportunity for them as well. So let's see how it goes today. I had already prepared all the kits a night before. Although it was a very hectic day, I was out whole day and these kits were delivered. All the supplies were delivered and I made sure that the kits are ready so that I don't have to rush in the morning. Now I'm on my way to the site. You can see I have all my supplies with me and I'm extremely excited to meet all the participants. I've reached the Cubbon Park as usual. I reach before time so that I can find a good spot and set up, and then I can also share the live location with the participants so that it is easier for them to spot me. I chose the same site which I had selected last time. It's quite convenient to spot from the main road, so it's easier for participants to spot me. This is a very huge park and quite crowded on weekends, so I choose this place which is somewhat in a prime location and it's easier. I've reached the Cubbon Park. I have set up everything and now I'm just waiting for the participants to come so that we can start having fun. It's so peaceful, it's all green, and that's why I choose this place over any other cafe or any other venue where I could be conducting my workshops. The registration fees will also go very high, and nothing can be better than this. All the participants have finally arrived, so now I can officially welcome you to the second session of Strokes and Stories. First of all, make sure to like and subscribe. I also want you to share the art forms that you want me to teach in the next session. Earlier, I had planned to have these sessions on alternate weekends, but that was becoming too much for me, so I will try my best to plan these on a monthly basis. These sessions are not just a learning experience, but also making live connections by meeting amazing artists and art enthusiasts from different backgrounds. Everyone shares about their journey, their life, their hobbies, and experiences. They also share their products, artworks, or services. For example, in this session, we had an amazing resin artist, a mandala mural artist, and a wedding planner. So, these sessions are a great opportunity to meet new people and make some friends. In the last session, I had taught MDF painting, and in this session, it was all about mandala. After an introduction session, I distributed the kits. I started from the meaning and brief history of mandala, followed by benefits and reason behind those benefits. Then we also covered various basic aspects of mandala before starting to draw. I strictly don't believe in copy method or spoon feeding. I shared the basics and let the participants create their own mandalas. I was guiding throughout the process. I was individually going to each participant and making sure they are having no issues or doubts, giving them feedback, explaining the mistakes, rectifying the mistakes, and helping them in every way possible. But I wasn't spoon feeding every step. I was letting their creativity flow. I was letting them make their own mistakes. And then I was sharing those common mistakes and how to correct them. When you are being spoon fed everything, you don't actually learn, you just copy. After some time, the sun was high and it was becoming really hot for us, so we moved slightly away so that it's not very hot and it's convenient and it's still pleasant for everyone. It's an art picnic, so it should be convenient, it should be relaxing.
No matter what your final plan is,
Yes, so I was mentioning about the spoon feeding method. That is definitely not the way I like.
first of all, this is the
Here, every participant created a different mandala using their own imagination. I also shared various tips and tricks and some ways to increase the creativity. We had an amazing young artist with us who was quite occupied in her own creations. While we were talking, we also shared our experiences with other art forms. So, there is one art form that I finalized to teach in the session, but since we all talk about our art journey and our experiences with different art forms, we also share different problems or any questions or queries that people have regarding that. So, I mentioned that I have tried Lipan art just once and I could not make those long threads. And these amazing participants, they actually gave me some tips. So, one of the participants, she was quite experienced in Lipan art and she gave me some tips that I'm really gonna try very soon. That's why these sessions are not just a workshop, it's a picnic, it's a get together, it's a meetup, it's an opportunity to connect and learn from various artists and their experiences. It's not just you who are coming to learn from me.
circle with this.
I also get to learn a lot from the participants in every session. One of the participants in today's session made amazing resin earrings. Everybody was in awe of her earring that she was wearing. We complimented her and then she also showed us her collection. They were mind blowing. And the same with another artist who showed her mandala murals with us.
Constricted area.
Here's our young artist trying to be creative and supportive of her mom.
So based on your size.
I wasn't really planning to have these strokes and session stories on a regular basis, but seeing how amazing these are, how much I get to learn, and how much enthusiastic you all are to be there, to be a part of it, and learn along with me, I've been planning that I'll keep continuing this. I also have created a broadcast channel on my Instagram which is specifically dedicated to strokes and stories. So, if you're interested in joining us anytime soon, make sure to join that channel so that you do not miss out on any updates. There's one special thing about these sessions that I keep the seats very limited. It should not become too overwhelming for me or crowded for you. It has to be a very comfortable and it has to be a good learning experience. I should be able to go to each and every participant, see what they are creating, and be able to give them feedback or help with their queries. So, if there are too many participants, that's just not gonna happen. These sessions are not about money or earning. For me, it's more of a learning opportunity.
Now your next.
In every session, I'm trying to keep the registration fees extremely low. I'm trying to reach out to brands so that they would sponsor these sessions and our journey. And The kit or the registration charges depend on the expense of the kit. So for every session, the registration fees varies because in every session we learn a new art form, we need a brand new kit, and based on that expense, I decide what the registration fees should be. We had a very enthusiastic elderly person with us who was having trouble setting for a long time, and she chose to take support of a tree and then draw. Now, can you imagine how amazing it is to see that level of enthusiasm? How motivating it is for us. If she can show this enthusiasm at this age, imagine what we all can do. So, it's not just an art learning experience. Overall, I get to learn lots of skills, and just seeing people around me every moment turns out to be a learning opportunity. Now you can see how amazing mandalas they all have created. They all have created their own mandalas from their own creativity. I just guided them, but I did not tell them use this shape, use this pattern, do this, do that. No, I was helping them out if they were stuck somewhere, or if they had a doubt, or if they were not able to decide how to move further, I was helping them out. But overall, they all were creating their own mandalas. Every mandala was unique to the participant and was a result of their own creativity. For any art form, if you just learn the basics and the techniques, you would be able to create unlimited variations of it on your own. So, whenever you are learning any art form, your focus should be entirely on basics and the techniques. Now, the number of artworks you can create on your own. I often get this question from artists: hey, how many mandalas are you going to teach in your course? If I teach you the basics and techniques, and if you practice them in a nice way, you will be able to create millions of mandalas on your own, and that should be the goal. If I spoon feed you and teach you step by step and you just copy it, you have created a mandala. It may be beautiful, but you did not learn. You just copied what I drew, and that is not how I prefer. So you can see I was going to each and every participant, and I was constantly monitoring their progress. I was seeing what they are drawing, if they are stuck, if they want to ask something, if they need my help. Many artists were sometimes stuck or they were creating something wrong. I was rectifying that. I was giving them ideas of how to turn it around, how to make it better. But still, that also they were doing on their own. I was guiding and they did everything. It was really nice to see. All these participants were from different backgrounds, they had different jobs, different hobbies, and yet they were all here on a weekend spending their time with me. This was amazing. You can see the resin earring in this shot. Isn't it beautiful? These are actually real flowers preserved in resin. So, this is the resin artist I was talking about. Once we are all done with our artworks, we have some common discussions on our experience or some other art forms that they want to discuss, or other topics like getting clients or murals or about my life. And overall, this is how we all parted. It's really one of the saddest moment for me because I love meeting you guys. I love talking to you. I love sharing what I do. It was time for a group selfie. How can we have a session and not have a selfie? And you can see again we went back to chatting because nobody wanted to actually leave. I wanted to talk to everybody even more, and same thing was being reciprocated by the participants, and it was amazing. So if you're interested in joining us in our next session, make sure to join the broadcast channel on my Instagram, and I'll be sharing all the updates. See you in the next video.